So the University of Georgia's Stetson Bennett isn't a superstar at all. He's 5'11", 190 pounds. He's a redshirt junior. He's been around for a while, but he doesn't need to be a star. Everyone was warned about Georgia's QB situation, but against Auburn at least, Bennett showed that he can get the job done. Not spectacular by any means, but he's not bad. And I'm going to show you why in a couple of plays here, and we're going to break down a little bit of what you might be able to see, and I want to hear what you think about Stetson Bennett. But before we do that, I want you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, hit the little bell icon so you can be notified of when I go on and give you videos, and also join my Discord so we can have college football conversation. And if you want to help out, your favorite college football content creator or any others, what you want to do is watch the full video and then watch another video on the channel right after, because the YouTube algorithm would then know that, oh, you like this channel, and when they see people stay on content, they then push that content to more people. So that's one of the best ways that you can support a channel, actually. So thank you. But with that said, we're going to go into the analysis of some plays that I saw. So here in the Auburn game, it's the second quarter, 11 minutes and 13 seconds. It's 3rd and 9 here. Georgia isolated George Pickens in a one-on-one on the left sideline with the Auburn DB. Bennett is going there no matter what on this play. It's a design like we got to take this shot. He lets go as soon as Pickens gets even with the DB and accelerates up the field. The ball is out in front and angled toward the sideline. He leaned away when he threw it though, and that took away some of the velocity, so that's something that he doesn't want to do. And if you watch my channel, you know that I'm not a fan of when quarterbacks lean away. I point it out all the time. I make whole videos about it, so sorry if that annoys you, but I gotta say it's important that they don't do that. And then the ball went high, but notice how it dropped at the goal line rather than going overhead on the back shoulder toward the pylon. That's where you want it to be. So that's something he wants to work on, but this ball still got to where it needed to be, and it was a good job to take advantage of the 1v1, and they got a touchdown on 3rd and 9, like heading into the red zone. They technically were on the 21-yard line, so it wasn't the red zone, but you can basically call that the red zone. So we're gonna go to the next play here. It's the first quarter, 11 minute and 34 second mark. It's another 3rd down. It's 3rd and 10 here. They go 11 personnel, which is 1 running back, 1 tight end. The tight end is flexed out in the slot in the trips formation to the left. Auburn has 6 people on the line of scrimmage here, and they're going to pressure and play man defense. That's a staple, and that's typical of a Kevin Steele defense. They go to free rusher on the blind side, forces Bennett to spin out wide to avoid a sack. So that's good awareness there, and a good job by him of not just sitting there or not just taking that sack, but he spins out, and he rolls left. He keeps his eyes up, and he hits his wide receiver, number 10, while running a deep out route. So the wide receiver ran a deep out route here to the left. He gets set pretty fast, Bennett does. Like, he kind of gets himself prepared to throw, and he gets rid of the ball quick for completion here. The wide receiver was wide open, so it wasn't crazy difficult to make this throw, but it is always hard to make a throw on the run, especially if you're going left while you're a right-handed QB. He did a good job overall. Now, I will say the ball took a minute to get there, so he doesn't have the strongest arm in the world, but it got there. The ball, if you notice, the receiver had to kind of slide down and kind of go to his knees to ultimately catch the ball. That's a sign that Bennett couldn't quite get to where he needs to be setting up so he can get that ball high and toward the sideline, but the ball at least did trend toward the sideline. But yeah, like he knew where he needed to go with this, and he took a shot and got the first down on the play. Like, that's something that you can't fault Bennett for. Now, the last play I'm going to show you is from the first quarter. It's 4 minutes and 17 seconds left, and this is the first down this time. Georgia is running 12 personnel this time. This is more fit for Georgia. 1 running back, 2 tight ends, and they got a wide receiver on either side of the play. So this is a designed fade route to the freshman wide receiver, number 7. So miscommunication here, I believe, as number 7 looks for the back pylon fade rather than turn in for kind of like a front shoulder fade, if that makes sense. So usually when you throw a fade route, you want to throw the ball to the back shoulder of the receiver. So if he's running toward the right pylon, you want to throw the ball to the shoulder that's closest to the pylon, and you want to throw it high so that the receiver can turn and catch the ball outside on that part of his catch radius where the defender can't get to it. But on this particular play, because of the way the receiver ran his route and he was kind of trending toward the front pylon, if Bennett had thrown the ball in that direction or tried the back shoulder in that particular instance, the defender kind of had some good leverage there. He could have easily knocked that down and maybe got a pass breakup. So what Bennett did was he threw the ball front shoulder, and what the receiver would have had to do was turn back toward his inside shoulder and maybe jump and catch the ball or just lean into the catch. And that's something that they can work on and get better with. But the receiver didn't know that. And so the receiver was like, oh no, the ball's like on my front shoulder. He turned around too late. And that type of thing, you get that with experience. But I want to highlight that that's also a sign of Stetson Bennett's experience, because he knew that he needed to put that ball in that place. And that's something that Georgia will need, and it's something that you'll see how that can be taken advantage of, throughout the year for the Georgia offense. Well, basically, that's all I have today for Stetson Bennett. I don't know if he'll be able to, do amazing things this year, which I probably would say that he probably won't do amazing things this year, but he won't hurt them either if he continues to be the starter. So with that said, thank you for watching. But if you want to continue watching more content from my channel, the video on the left here shows you a video that the YouTube algorithm recommends for you based upon your viewing patterns, and they're usually right. So check it out if you want to be surprised maybe. And check out the video on the right if you want to see the last video I made. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.